How's it going, everyone, and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be going over how you can turn this amount of resources from a 5-minute mining run into this much, simply by being as efficient as possible. But before we get into that, please consider giving the video a like and subscribing to the channel. It helps out massively. Now, let's get into it. Mining is one of those open world activities that you need to compete with other players in order to get resources. Therefore, whenever you're out grinding for a specific kind of ore, it's always best to be the most efficient you can be, so every vein you manage to mine, you get the maximum return out of. In this video, I'll go over every method you can use to squeeze every bit of extra efficiency out of your mining routes. Then, I'll do the same route multiple times with and without doing the methods mentioned, so you can see how much of an increase in resources you could expect to gain from doing these things. In order to fully maximize your runs, there's lots of little tricks you're going to want to do. For starters, there's the Miner's set of gear. This set isn't very expensive to purchase at the moment, and if you max them out to 625 gear score, you can be getting a bonus plus 26% chance at finding rare items every time you mine an ore. Do keep an eye out when buying your set to get the highest tier version and to get 590 or higher gear score, so you can upgrade it to 625. Included in that set, you can also purchase an amulet with adored mining luck on it, which will give you an additional plus 9.8% chance of finding rare items while out on your routes. Finding one of these at 590 plus gear score and with full strength attributes on it can be a bit pricey though, so keep checking the trade post often until you find a reasonably priced one. It may be a lot cheaper if you ask someone to craft one for you, and the reason you're going to want all strength attributes on it is to save money when going for 300 constitution, which I will go over more shortly. A big shout out to Princess Healer, who managed to make me one of these amulets for 1.6k gold, as opposed to the whopping 20k it would have cost me if I bought it on the trading post. Next up, we have the mining food, mining potions, and augments. For the food, you're going to want to go for salted roasted vegetables. These kinds of food usually go for so cheap that it's worth just getting the highest tier and using that. It costs roughly 7 gold per in my server, and you get an increased luck in mining by 2000 points for 40 minutes. As for potions, the best bet is the powerful proficiency booster, which will increase the amount of resources you gain while on your run by 15% for 30 minutes, which is massive if you plan on doing long runs. In my server, they go for around 80 gold, so check it out in your server, and do the math if it's worth the spend for you, or maybe even go for the weaker versions of the potion. As for their augment, they currently don't stack with the proficiency booster potions, so it's better to just stick with the potion, as they give you 15% increase yield instead of 10%. If you did want to go with the augment, however, it's best to go with the proficiency booster augment, as it'll give you plus 10 yield for all of your gathering skills for 90 minutes. If you're a newer player and you don't have any of these augments, they're given out a lot for free on the season passes, or you can purchase them from the New World store for real money, but I advise against that. I'm currently halfway through Season 2's pass, and I have 6 of these tokens, so they're given out quite often. If you have none, just go with the potions, they are a better deal either way. After that, you'll want to get your music buffs up, and here you have a few options. You can go with Decidedly Dexterous for an increase in gathering speed by up to 75%, Lux Labor, which will increase your gathering luck by up to 5%, or, the one I think is the best to use, Fortune's Favor, which will increase your gathering yield up to 10% for up to 90 minutes. I simply go for that one because the more ore I come back with, the more gold I stand to make. But any of the options could be viable as well. If you don't have the level to play the music yourself, which is level 100 music, you can always ask someone else to do it for you in global chat. You also want to make sure you get the useful trophies up in all of your houses. With the introduction of ultimate trophies, just make sure you get one ultimate gathering trophy in each of your houses. This will give you an additional 4,500 mining luck if you have 3 houses. If you're yet to get all of your ultimate trophies done, a tier 4 mining trophy in each house has the same effect. They can be a bit pricey at times, but the extra luck is worth it in the long run. Respecing your attributes to make sure you have 300 strength will also help out massively, because you'll get the following buffs: plus 20% mining speed, plus 20 encumbrance, minus 10% weight of mined items, plus 10% mining yield, and a whopping 25% chance to one-hit mine every ore vein you come across. This will not only massively increase yields, but will save you so much time as well when you're out on your runs. The mining luck set alone can get you 130 strength if maxed out. Then, if you have some strength jewelry and weapons, you can get up to 270, and after that, any kind of basic food that gives you plus 30 strength should be enough to push you over the limit. You can even go up to the plus 40 strength food if you don't want to buy expensive gear. Or you can simply pay the 200 gold to respec your attributes each time you go on mining runs, but keep in mind you'll have to do it twice to respec back to your regular attributes, so weigh out which one is more cost efficient for you in the long run and go with that method. I also like to throw on some mobility weapons like the rapier and fire staff to speed up my routes, and even keep myself PvP flagged up for the additional plus 3% gathering luck. And finally, you want to maximize your bags and pickaxe. A tier 5 pickaxe will not only significantly speed up your runs, but also increase your luck, yield, and profits with the additional motes earned while mining. Try to prioritize the mining yield, mining luck, and whatever mote alignment perk will net you the most gold per mote in your server. After that, if you really want to maximize efficiency, having gathering alacrity on your pick is very nice, because it'll speed up your times between ore veins, giving you a speed boost after every ore mined. The bags can get pretty expensive, and there's something I have not got around to doing yet, but if you have the spare money, look out for the extra pockets, Quarryman's Burden, and Prospector's Burden perks to allow you to hold more ores and stay out on your runs longer. And the lasting consumption perk is pretty nice too, to increase how long your luck consumables last for. Unfortunately with the bags, the luck perk does not apply to mining, only chests and monsters, so that's not vital, but the other perks can help out significantly on your runs. They won't increase your yield, speed, or luck, but can for sure increase the amount of time you can spend doing your runs. However, these will be the last things I invest in when setting up for mining, because the high costs don't really justify the time saved. Now that you know how to squeeze every little bit of luck, speed, and yield out of your mining routes, I'll show you how much more resources you can stand to gain from your runs with these methods in play versus without them. After that, I will also provide you with a chart giving you an overview of all the bonuses gained from each method. To demonstrate, I'll do the same version of an iron ore, star metal ore, and orichalcum ore route, with and without all of the efficiency booster methods stated above. And then, at the end, we will compare how much gold can be made, how much time is saved, and how much more resources you can expect. To keep the numbers accurate, I will make sure every ore is mined on the route each run, and pause the run timer in between ores. For iron ore, I headed over to this quick route in Reekwater. After doing the route both ways, this is what I got from both runs. For star metal, I headed to Restless Shore, repeated this short run with and without the buffs, and ended up with these results. And finally, for orichalcum, I did 2 laps of this area in Reekwater, once with the gear and buffs, and once without, and yielded these results. If I add all of them up, this is what I was left with. Overall, it's pretty interesting to see that with the buffs and gear, I managed to almost triple the money I made from these runs, plus it saved me over 3 minutes of my time as well. Very worth it in my opinion. Plus, all of the strange ore I got from these routes added a ton of bonus mining XP, which will bring in even more profits from the rewards from the aptitude crates. I'll throw up a quick chart going over where all the luck and yield bonuses are coming from, so you can know what to prioritize buying for your mining runs. But that covers everything. I hope this video was helpful, and you learned some new ways to maximize your mining runs. If you did, please consider giving the video a like, and subscribing to the channel. But until next time, have a good one. Thanks for watching another video. If you'd like to learn the 3 fastest ways to level your weapons in New World, then click on the video to the left. Or, if you'd like to learn how to get an additional 15 gypsum orbs every day, click on the video to the right.